So this problem here is asking us to find the greatest common factor of 225 and of 150. So we're trying to see what is the biggest value that both of these are divisible by. So we're going to break them down into their prime factor trees. So 225 is the same thing as 25 times 9. And then 25 is just 5 times 5. And 9 is 3 times 3. So I could rewrite this as 3 squared times 5 squared. And then 150, we can break that one down into 15 times 10. And 15 is just 5 times 3, and 10 is just 2 times 5. So we can write that one out as 2 times 3 times 5 squared. To find the greatest common factor, we are looking for what values are common between both trees. So we see that there's a 5 and a 5, so there's at least one 5 that is common. There's also a 3 and a 3 that is common, and another 5 and 5 that is common. So our greatest common factor is going to be the numbers that are common. So greatest common factor is the numbers that are common multiplied together. So we'd end up with, there's one 5 common, another 5 common, and a 3 common. So we get 25 times 3, which is 75. So this is saying that 225 and 150 are both divisible by 75. If we use these same trees, but now I ask the problem, what is the least common multiple? What's going to change is that we're looking for when will both of these reach the same value if we keep multiplying them, if we keep finding the multiples. So the way we're going to do this one is it's going to end up becoming a larger value than the values we started with. So we're going to be trying to find the highest power of each number. So least common multiple. So we'll start by looking at the value 2. So on this factor tree, there is no 2. So that's the same thing as 2 to the 0. And then on the right-hand tree, there's just a single 2. So the highest power of 2 is this single 2, which is just 2 to the 1. And then next up, we're going to look at the 3. So there's a 3 here, which is just 3 to the 1. And there's a 3 to the power of 2. So 3 to the power of 2 is the highest value. And then we have 5 squared and 5 squared. So the highest power of 5 is 5 squared. So we could multiply this together. We get 2 times 9 times 25. So the least common multiple between these two values is 450.